Hi guys, I'm Vivian from Melbourne PT Study Center. So today I'm gonna make a video to go through the latest prediction file, which is today we focus on the listening section. Okay. First of all, this is the latest prediction file in December 2021. To go through the listening section, you need to scroll down and go through the index. And in the listening section, you have 3 topics. Summarize spoken text, listening, fill the blank, and write from dictation. So I will click on summarize spoken text first, okay, and see how do we use it. Right, now as you can see, this is the list of the exam question that are predicting going to happen again in December exam. So what you need to do, apparently prediction file is not a practice material, it's more like a solution. So you will have the exam question and you will have the solution, okay? Now, in terms of summarized spoken text, you have to listen to the audio. So we don't have the audio to, like attached to the prediction file. But what you can be able to see in here is you will see the transcript of the audio, okay? So this is the transcript of this audio, sound receptor. And what you need to do, you need to go through the transcript. Now, after that, you will see the answer box, which is the suggested summary. So this is the suggested summary of the audio, okay? So what are you going to do? Either you can just go through the transcript and try to go through the summary, right? To see that what are the keywords and main idea of the audio. Or when you go through the audio, when you go through the transcript, you need to pay attention on the technique that you have learned in the lecture, which is the repeated word, we call it as a keyword, and then connector, and example, right? So if you don't know the techniques, I would suggest you to go through the lecture, okay, before you actually use the prediction file. So pay attention on what are the keywords in this paragraph. Receptor, ear, in your ear again, what is the receptor? It's a spiky thing that can translate vibrational energy from your ear, hurting your eardrum, translate to the vibration into your ear, physical motion, little receptor, electrical motion, electrical signal. So these are the words they're repeating during the audio, and these are the words they're supporting for the topic, which is sound receptor, right? So when you go through it, just try to find out what are the keywords. Now, when you go through the transcript and you compare with the summary, the suggested summary. So what you need to do, you need to find out what are the main idea and the keywords in this summary. Okay, you don't have to memorize it because it's very difficult to memorize everything. Apparently you have, so many questions in the prediction file. It's very difficult to memorize all of them, right? So for the prediction file, I would suggest you to go through it 2 weeks before your exam, okay? So for example, the second topic, which is biology, right? Now, in terms of biology, DNA, RNA, this is the topic of this audio, right? So this is the transcript. And again, the same thing that how you do for the first one. You go through the transcript, find out the keyword, right? And have a look at the suggested summary, that's all. But one thing that I will suggest you as well, which is pay attention on spelling, because some of the spelling can be difficult, okay? And if you make spelling mistake, you lose mark. So that is something I would suggest you to go through it. Like for example, metabolism, organism, right? And for example, the vitamin D, this is quite a popular and repeated exam question as well. So I know the student do the spelling of vitamin, which is in capital letter. The letter V is capitalized, which is incorrect, okay? So vitamin is not a proper name, Vitamin D, D is the name of the vitamin. That makes sense when you do the capital letter for D. But vitamin is not the, the proper name. So you should use a normal letter. So this is something you need to pay attention when you go through it. Okay, right. So just go through all of the exam questions in here. I will suggest you. I think around 88 questions in here. Yep, so they have included 88 exam question in here, so you should go through all of them before your exam. And at the same time, you can practice on AIWAS. Just click on SSD, right? So for example, if I want to do vitamin D, okay, you can see this is the exam question, the one that you just see in the prediction file. You can practice here as well, and then you can receive the feedback. Like I have mentioned, the reason why we should practice is when you are practicing is different. You make mistake, you learn, okay? For example, if I make mistake, right, I will try to remember. Let's say this is the spelling, okay? So you can see that because of one spelling mistake, you lose mark, right? Second, you can also check your time. How much time do you spend? Because maximum, they only give you 10 minutes. So you need to finish the question before 10 minutes. Okay. Right, so that is SSD. What about listening fill the blank? So listening fill the blank, again, this is not a practice material. It's more about a solution. So you can see in here, this is the paragraph, and this is the answer for the blank. Okay. As you know, listening fill the blank is also one of the important topic to boost your listening and writing score. So what are you going to do for the prediction file? You need to go through the paragraph, okay? And you need to try to remember the spelling because spelling is important. So you cannot make spelling mistake in this topic, okay? So what you have to do is try to make sure that you remember the spelling and some of the words that are difficult in terms of spelling, right? So for example, if you scroll down, you can see oceanographer, right? Some of the words that, like for example, in the blank, it can be blue rose, like equities and swing. You can see that. So you pay attention on it, right? Blue rose because it's important. Some of the word, for example, matchstick, right? Foreshadow, belinger, right? So these are the words I would say unashamedly, right? So that's why you need to go through the paragraph first and try to remember the spelling, right? At the same time, you can also do the practice on AIWAS. So click on listening in the blank. So this is the exam question, beautiful building. Yep, that's the same one. You can practice in here, okay, and see how you go. But again, if you have wrong spelling, you lose marks. So that is something I would suggest you guys to go through it and make sure that you can be able to remember the spelling. Okay. Right, the last topic is write from dictation. So right from dictation is the last topic of your PTE exam. And in the prediction file, you will have the list of the exam question. So how do we use it? Apparently, right from dictation again, spelling is one of the most important skill that you need to work on. Okay, so you have to make sure that every single word you write down, it needs to be correct spelling and correct sequence. So if you're missing out any of the word in the middle, like for example, you're missing out article, you will lose mark for it. Okay, and that's the reason why we need to go through the prediction file for right from dictation before your exam. Why? You need to be able to know the spelling. Okay. Second, pay attention on the difficult spell word as well as the difficult question. Let's say in the first sentence, you need to know that there is a comma, right? And you can see this sentence have 2 comma. And also you need to pay attention on plurals and ed. Okay. The reason is if you're missing out plurals, which is the s or es, you also lose mark. You don't get mark for it. Okay. And do pay attention on the long sentences. So you can see some of the sentences, they are quite long and difficult, like this one is quite a long sentence, right? And you can scroll down, you will see some sentences can be very long, like mathematics, which is with S at the end and no capital letter. So you have to pay attention. Some sentences, they do have the capital letter. Like for example, especially when you write down, you know, date, like Sunday, Monday, right? Or the name of like, you know, a person, or the name of the faculty, or the name of the event. So Thursday, you can see here. Right, so some of them, they do have, you know, quite a difficult spell word, and for example, apostrophes. So if you cover the lecture for right from dictation, you can be able to know that what are the things that you need to pay attention for right from dictation. Okay, I will show you if it has it here. So it doesn't include here. So if you practice, you will be noticed as well. And again, you need to go through all of them before your exam, okay? So try to pay attention on spelling. And at the same time, you can also practice on AIWAS. So if you do practice on AIWAS, click on write from dictation. And because on AIWAS will give you the result, as well as you can be able to understand how computer mark your write from dictation. So for example, if I show you, right, if I'm missing out the S, do you see I don't get mark for it? I'll lose mark, right? You see sequence, which is, if it's incorrect sequence, you lose mark for writing, right? And the word much, which is listening. So that is what you need to do for your PTE exam, how you should prepare for it. For the first time you practice, maybe you don't get a good score, right? But if you do it again, you get better. So that's the reason why we need to combine both prediction file and AIWAS when you are preparing for your exam. Okay. Right, so that's the end of our video today. And I have shown you how to use the prediction file in terms of listening section. If you have any question, please feel free to give us a message on Telegram. If you have any inquiry, don't hesitate to send us a message on our Facebook page as well as Melbourne PTE Study Center. I'll see you in the next one, and bye from now.